One of the biggest mistakes that I see new DIYers make is the overuse of essential oils, which can lead to skin irritation and lifelong sensitization. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to safely scent your lotion formulations using essential oils and natural fragrance oils. And I'll be sharing 2 free formulations so you can see it in action. Hey bees, I'm Marie from Humblebee and Me. I've been formulating for over a decade and I've got 2 formulation diplomas from Formula Botanica. This video is part of an ongoing free series I'm sharing all about natural lotion formulation, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a thing. What are essential oils and natural fragrance oils? Essential oils are potent, fragrant, oil-soluble substances extracted from plants through methods like steam distillation and expressing, squishing, basically. They're complex blends of aromatic chemicals that plants make to draw in pollinators, deter predators, and do other help the plant live its best life jobs. Some of them smell great, so we use those in our formulations so they smell great too. Natural fragrance oils are made from the same aromatic chemical compounds that make up essential oils. Chemicals like benzyl salicylate, linalool, cinnamol, eugenol, geraniol, and citral. Essential oils are broken down into their chemical constituent parts, and then those individual chemicals are professionally blended together to create scents that don't occur in nature. The key difference between a natural fragrance oil and a regular or synthetic fragrance oil is the source of the aromatic compounds that make up the fragrance oil. Natural fragrance oils are made from naturally derived aromatic chemical compounds, while regular fragrance oils contain synthesized aromatic chemical compounds. I find that synthetic fragrance oils are typically stronger and longer lasting than their natural counterparts. Both essential oils and natural fragrance oils are potent scenting options for our formulations with good scent payoff at 1% or less. Because they're so potent, a huge part of using these ingredients safely is making sure that you don't use too much. Adjusting your formulations to include essential oils and natural fragrance oils is really very straightforward. The challenge is in making sure that the blend and the concentrations that you're using are safe. We'll start with natural fragrance oils since they're easier. The pros of using natural fragrance oils to scent your formulation are they're potent, a little goes a long way, and they don't take up much room in your formulations. They are designed to be applied to the skin, so they're easier to work with than essential oils and typically have higher maximum usage rates, sometimes utterly bonkers high, so it's much harder to use an unsafe amount. Natural fragrance oils are available in a variety of scents that you can't get from essential oils, opening up a variety of really beautiful scenting options like mango, blueberry, and multi-note scents like apple orchard, cedar and oak moss, and mineral springs. And lastly, natural fragrance oils will be more consistent than essential oils as they're not subject to variations from different crops, growing seasons, etc. The cons of using natural fragrance oils in your formulations is that they're not super widely available, so depending on where you live, you might not be able to buy any. The scent options are still relatively limited, and they're not for use in lip products, which are IFRA categories 1 and 6, and Brambleberry reports that they don't perform well in soap. To determine how much of a natural fragrance oil you can safely use in a formulation, the first thing you're going to need to do is to determine which IFRA category the product you're making falls into. IFRA stands for the International Fragrance Association, and they have defined different categories for different types of products that will have fragrances added to them. There's a lot more information about this in the partner blog post, including the full list of all of the categories, but the product that we are making today is either a 5A, which is a body lotion, or a 5C, which is a hand lotion. I'll be using Brambleberry's Rosewood and Citrus natural fragrance oil today, but you can use any natural fragrance oil you have. Since the base lotion formula we're working with doesn't smell like much of anything, we don't have to worry about cooperating with a pre-existing scent. Head over to the product page for the natural fragrance oil you want to use. On the Brambleberry website, we'll click into the Documents tab and then open the EU Allergen IFRA 49 Prop 65 Reports document. On page 2 of this document, you can look at the allowable usage rates for categories 5A and 5C. Both are a whopping 100%. Different natural fragrance oils will have different numbers here, so make sure you are looking at the documentation for the precise ingredient you're working with. Since the limit is 100%, this means we don't have an IFRA limit for this natural fragrance oil and could, as far as IFRA regulations are concerned, use as much as we want to get the desired scent level. To be clear, this will be nowhere near 100%. That would be way too much. Brambleberry recommends 0.25% to 2% for this this particular natural fragrance oil in a lotion. You can use their handy dandy fragrance calculator to get those numbers. I'm going to use 0.5% today, which is enough for a noticeable but not overwhelming amount of scent. To incorporate the natural fragrance oil into the formulation, we'll add it to the cool down phase and reduce the amount of distilled water by 0.5% to keep the formulation in balance. I'm sticking with a 100 gram or about 3.5 ounce batch size for the formulations in this video. I shared full detailed lotion making instructions in the first video in this free series on formulating your own natural lotions. So make sure you check it out if you want a full step-by-step guide. It's linked in the description box below. There are also super in-depth free partner blog posts for every video in this series, so make sure you're reading those as well to learn as much as possible. The free partner blog post for this video includes a ton of extra information about safe usage rates, IFRA categories, recommended resources, and more. I consider it to be essential reading if you want to become a formulator, so please go check it out. It's got a fully clickable table of contents so you can easily navigate through it. The process for using a synthetic fragrance oil is the same, but I do find that they're stronger, so I usually use them around about 0.1%. And that's how to incorporate a natural fragrance oil into your formulations. Working with essential oils is similar, but a bit more challenging. Let's get into it. The pros of working with essential oils is that just like natural fragrance oils, they're very potent, so a little goes a long way and they don't take up much room in your formulation. There's a pretty darn wide array of scents to choose from, and of course, essential oils have potential aromatherapy and skincare benefits depending on what you use and how you use them. The cons of working with essential oils are, compared to other scenting options, they do have a higher irritation potential. That's why it's important to keep your usage levels low. Every essential oil is different, with different safe usage levels. You'll need to research each individual essential oil you work with to ensure you're working with them safely. Unfortunately, this research can be really challenging to do because there's a lot of bad information about essential oils out there, but more on that later in the video. Essential oils expire, and expired or old essential oils can lead to lifelong sensitization. Because essential oils are all natural products, you'll encounter scent variation in the same way apples from different years and different orchards taste different. And lastly, due to the popularity of essential oils, adulterated and fake essential oils are really common, especially on Amazon. I recommend sticking with reputable suppliers and generally thinking if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Check out the Essential Oil University page on Facebook. Dr. Pappas runs mass spec reports on different essential oils and frequently identifies fraudulent and adulterated essential oils. To safely incorporate essential oils into your lotion formulations, begin by identifying the IFRA category, just as we did earlier, so it's still 5A or 5C. As with natural fragrance oils, now you need to know how much of the essential oil you can use for the product type. And unfortunately, this information is a lot harder to find for essential oils than it is for natural and synthetic fragrance oils. The best free source I've found is New Directions Aromatics in their quality and regulatory info documentation for each essential oil they sell. These documents are specific to their essential oils, but it's a good starting point. The Tisserand Institute is also a great resource, and the book Essential Oil Safety, A Guide for Healthcare Professionals by Robert Tisserand and Rodney Young is my essential oil Bible. As a general rule, I would not trust any source that recommends the undiluted application of essential oils, promises anything that sounds like a miracle, and anything that claims that essential oils are completely safe and can do no harm because they're all natural. I'm going to use New Directions Aromatics Bulgarian Lavender Essential Oil for this formulation. It's a beautiful, well-rounded, soft, full, gorgeous lavender essential oil. Start by familiarizing yourself with recommended dilution levels. The Tisserand Institute recommends 1 to 4% for bath and body products, but you can definitely use less. I prefer softer scents, so I'm planning on using 1% lavender essential oil in this formulation. Up next, refer to the IFRA Standards Conformity Certificate in the New Directions Aromatics Quality and Regulatory Info document for the specific essential oil. This document displays the maximum usage levels for this essential oil in different types of products based on the levels of IFRA limited chemicals present in the essential oil. The following pages in the document detail which chemical constituents are limiting usage. For my lavender essential oil, the quality and regulatory info document shows I could use it at up to 15%. So the 1% I want to use is well within that limit. I want to take a quick detour and show you some of the documents for some essential oils that aren't quite as easy to work with, that don't have quite as generous limits. And again, these are all from New Directions Aromatics. Tea tree essential oil is limited to 3.63% in body creams and 1.05% in hand creams. Lemongrass essential oil is limited to 0.2% in both body creams and hand creams. And rose absolute is limited to 0.73% in body creams and 0.2% in hand creams. The reason these numbers can vary so much compared to natural fragrance oil usage levels is because plants don't make essential oils for our skin, while natural fragrance oils are designed to be used in skincare products. Because the professionals that formulate natural fragrance oils are designing them to be intentionally used in skincare, they avoid or limit chemical compounds that are known to be problematic. If you have it, I highly recommend referencing the Essential Oil Safety book as well. It's a fabulous resource and contains a lot more information than you'll find in these data sheets from New Directions. If you find conflicting values, I would go with the lowest number you find. These checks are fairly simple. Where things start to get challenging is when you start blending different essential oils. It's possible to be within the maximum usage level for every individual essential oil in a scent blend and be within the recommended dilution for the product type and still exceed the limit of a specific chemical compound because it's present in multiple essential oils. I learned how to make these more complex calculations as part of my Formula Botanica Diploma of Organic Skincare Formulation coursework. I am eternally grateful to Formula Botanica for teaching me about safe essential oil usage. I honestly thought I was using essential oils safely before I did my coursework and learned otherwise. If you'd like to try out Formula Botanica, they will be offering a totally free formulation masterclass soon, and sign up is open now. I've included a link to the sign up page in the description box below this video. They'll be teaching you how to make an all-natural eye cream. If you'd like to learn more about working safely with essential oils, and especially if you are hoping to sell your products one day, I highly recommend signing up for the masterclass and giving Formula Botanica a try for free. To incorporate the essential oil into our formulation, we'll add it to the cool down phase, reducing the amount of distilled water by the same amount to keep the formulation adding up to 100%. Once that's done, carry on as usual. And that's how to use essential oils and natural fragrance oils in your lotions. Just one more way to customize your formulations. But there are so many other ways that you can customize lotion formulations to make them your own, to make something bespoke that's truly your formulation. And I think you should watch this video next to learn more. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and I'll see you next time. Bye.